Hey Renter Retires, this is Adam Schrader, and today we're going to talk about what's going on in Montgomery, Alabama. Before we get started with today's video, let me remind everybody, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the notifications bell, and don't miss out on any of the content we're putting out as we try to make you the best investor you can possibly be, the most educated investor you can possibly be. We really appreciate you spending the time to watch these videos, listen to our podcast, get educated. We have loved talking with each and every one of you. We look forward to continuing that conversation. If you want to, you can find us at rentretirement.com and schedule a time. But you came here to hear about Montgomery, Alabama, so let's talk about it. You may have seen this market popping up more and more on our website, and that is because it is a solid cash flowing market in a landlord-friendly state. Alabama has one of the lowest property tax rates in the country, so it is a good place to go and get some great cash flow. Montgomery, Alabama has some great cash flowing markets. This is the capital city of Alabama, where the 2020 census showed a population just over 200,000, which made it the second most populous city in the state behind Huntsville. The metropolitan statistical area has just almost 400,000 people in it. So it's not the biggest city in the world, it's not the biggest MSA in the world, but it is a solid area with lots of people in it to rent your properties. Now, the Maxwell Air Force Base is also stationed in the Montgomery area, so that provides a fairly large military population as well, which are nice, stable renters who have an incentive to keep your property well maintained, as well as I said, it's the capital city, so you've got a lot of government employees who make decent livings and are looking to rent, because in this city there is only a 53.5% home ownership rate. So it is a city full of renters, and if you have owned properties in cities that are very renter heavy, such as Memphis, Tennessee, you will know that you're talking about areas where they have professional tenants, essentially. Some of my lowest make-readies in all of my properties that I have are in the Memphis, Tennessee areas, and the areas where the tenant pool is 45% of the population, because they know that they are renters and they get used to it. And so it can be a really good thing for landlords. You have plenty of people competing for your property. It's never in short supply whenever you're looking for tenants out there. Now, the downtown area lies along the southern bank of the Alabama River, and the median value of owner-occupied housing is $125,600 with a median gross rent of $939. So when you hear that, the median price of $125,000 for an owner-occupied, you can see that these properties are on the lower end of our price points. So you're able to get in with a lower down payment, a lower cost. Granted, you're going to be in your C plus B minus neighborhoods, but those are good, solid rental neighborhoods at a good price. The $120,000 property is not very common anymore, so getting a turnkey property at this price can be a fantastic addition to a portfolio. I mentioned that it is a city with a lot of renters in it. Well, guess what? A lot of those tenants don't go anywhere either. 78.7% of the people in the city are living in the same house today that they lived in 1 year ago, which is good news for rent renewals, because remember, this includes people who have just moved to town. This includes people who have just bought primary residences, people who've moved primary residences. So you have a high percentage of people who are staying in place year over year, which reduces your vacancy, reduces any turnover costs you might have as well. So the median household income sits right around $50,000, which is more than enough to cover the rents that we're seeing in these properties, which is somewhere, a little over $1,000 a month for the properties. So head on over to rentretirement.com. You can see what's going on in the Montgomery, Alabama when it comes to our inventory. Talk to us, see if it's a place that makes sense for you. It is a solid cash flowing market. As I said, your appreciation isn't going to be booming, but you can get a property that'll cash flow nicely for you at a relatively low price point. That's at rentretirement.com. Really appreciate you watching this video. schedule a time to talk with us about your investing journey. As I mentioned before, we love talking with y'all. Look forward to it. Find us at renttoretirement.com. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I'll talk to you on the next one.
Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.